See, but you know what sucks about this? You can't even have a booty call or none of that no more. And when you hit a certain status and you make a certain amount, it's over. You can't
Mhm.
even do that no more. It's like you have to have a lawyer present, a notary present, a security guard present. You gotta have all these people present in order to
Mhm.
get some.
Ain't that something, man? I'm telling you. See, this is another reason why I say, where's my wife at? Because like,
Might as
go
well,
work,
dog. Might
go
as
home,
goddamn. You might as well, bro, because that's just too much, man.
go to work, go home. Bernie Mac said it himself. After I'm done with my job, I hang out for a little bit, then I go home. I go to my wife. I'm going back to Chicago, and I'm just, I'm not dealing with this business. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Just Acting Up Show. I'm your boy Joff. We in this thing, H-Town, 10 toes down, all that, and yap, bop, 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 bop. You already know what it is. I'm being silly. Bright and early like the orange juice. We got Chris in the building. Big Chris, say what's up to the good people out there.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Big Chris, the mad scientist in 2022. We ready to bring a new. And now I feel like I'm rhyming like no, I'm just playing. I ain't about to do all that.
Hey man, I was going with you. I was
Had
like,
the bars up.
you got the bars. I was just like, what's up, man? Hey, what's up, Mike? Say what's up to the good people out there, Mike.
Great. Wonderful. I'm doing fine. Now, this come out on what? Tuesday, right? Okay. It comes out on Tuesday. But as of right now, on Saturday, I'm doing fine. Now, whatever happens on Sunday night, don't ask me. Don't ask. No questions.
Lord.
Mike
Still a
said,
nation, baby. Still a nation, baby. We in, baby. We in. Yeah, we in.
boy, Mike he's extra excited, man. He got the Steelers in the wild card weekend. It was some, I don't know, we might have to do two. I mean, we have to see which get two thoughts of Mike, happy Mike, sad Mike.
Yeah.
Happy Mike.
Happy Mike. Sad Mike. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Next weekend, we're going to see. You shoot this again.
We gonna see, y'all. Oh my gosh, man. We gonna see. My brother been going through it, man. But we know who else going through it. The Texans. But we'll get in there. David Culley. But we'll get into that later on. And more entertainment news and stuff that's been going on in the world, in H-Town and everything else. I like Pokemon. Do you like Pokemon? This also like Pokemon a little bit too much to where we'll get into that later on. And Kanye West. Mr. West, wake up, Mr. West, Mr. West. But you got some more altercations going on. That's also Drake. We talking about hot sauce. We talking about peppers. We talking about fire. Yoga Flame. Drake been going through it, man. Or maybe this other lady was going through it. All that and more. Hollywood news, entertainment, music news, Just Acting Up Show. Y'all stay locked in. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate y'all for coming in and checking out the Just Acting Up Show. We did our first episode of the year last week, so make sure you go check that out. But we want you to do what? Subscribe. Bow. Hit that subscribe button, man. I mean,
It's easy.
Click like and share and share. Click like and share. Share.
Yes, indeed. It's right there. It's easy for you.
They say sharing is caring. I wouldn't know because I'm the only child. But anyway.
He said, this is mine.
Well, I
Mike said,
wasn't the only child. My sister was 8 years apart, but you can say,
oh man, yes indeed, man. So let's go ahead and get these sports out the way. Let's go ahead and we got. I don't want to talk about it, but we're gonna talk about it because we already knew it was coming. We already knew it was coming. Chris checked out already, y'all. He already checked out.
would never happen. It would never happen.
He got dogged, boy. They said over there on Kirby at NRG Stadium, we got to get rid of somebody. They said that this season was pitiful, dreadful, a disgrace, the way my grandma would say. R.I.P. to Pearl Joffrey Plummer. We love you, girl. But as I digress, the Texans had an abysmal, sorry, worthless, trash. Okay, I'm sorry, my bad. It's just.
I mean, it wasn't that bad. They did win 4 games, and out of those 4 games, I mean, honestly, come on, they beat the Titans. So I ain't gonna say it was that bad of a season, but it was still a season of woes.
I debated football this year, and I'm a big football fan, but my heart wasn't in it this year.
No, my heart hasn't been in it for quite some time. They let go of David Culley. Yeah, they let him go. They had to find somebody because, since we can't get everybody that's in the front office and the owner and everything else, which I wish they would sell the team to somebody who does care, because people are tired of spending their hard-earned money to see their team lose. I'm not investing anything financially into it. I don't care. People can call me. I don't care. I just, hey, yes.
I just want to know what is it about this Patriots world that we keep tapping into? Because I think they already put out that they interviewed David Flores and somebody else they're interested in that's on the Patriots. I'm like, the Patriots the only team they know in the league? It's like,
and it never works. It never works. But let's look at the bigger picture here. Okay, they gave David Culley like no chance.
No.
Come on, man. Like, honestly, like they gave this man an arm wrestling match with his hands tied behind his back. That was no chance. That was no chance at all. Okay, Deshaun cut out. No D-Hop, no JJ. They gave this man no chance. And it's, hey man, the NFL been around for 100 years, and all the time around about the offseason, when it comes down to hiring these black head coaches, they always fell short. So now that there are only one, it's only one. Now let's do the math here. In the NBA, they have 14 head coaches out of 30 teams. 14 black head coaches. That's almost 50%. In the NFL currently, right now, they only have 1 out of 32 teams. That's Mike Tomlin with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mm-hmm. That is sad.
I mean, I think that's why they went on and hurry up and let everybody know. Look, we did interview David Flores.
Yeah. Well, we gave David Flores a shot, and then they're gonna look at Mike Tomlin, not away from my team. I'm not bragging about my team. This is just facts. They're gonna look at Mike Tomlin like, okay, well, Mike Tomlin is a black head coach. He never had a losing season. Look at Mike Tomlin. But come on, man, that's 1 out of 32. They give us no Deshaun Watson, no JJ, no D-Hop coach. Oh, it didn't work out. Well, then come on back. This man is 60-something years old. He waited his whole life to be a head coach, and they took it away from him just like that.
Sad stuff, man. It's sad over there. It's like I feel like it's like a dark rain cloud over there on NRG. Not that far away from me, so I'm right there in the misery. I'm right there seeing y'all go to these what's the name? These tailgates and everything. Barbecue does smell good. Barbecue be on point. But besides all that, that's not what we want. We want, well, actually we do want if we're hungry. But what we want is to see our team succeed. So Houston team's just going through it, man. They stupid as hell over there. There's no way I can sugarcoat it. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Sell the team to somebody who cares and can help build the ground up, because I think we still don't have any drafting.
And who was the fault for that? Good old Bill O'Brien. But you know what's so crazy? They lost that game in Kansas City. The way how they lost the game. Did they fire Bill O'Brien? No, they awarded him actually. They gave him GM and coaching. GM and coaching.
Like it makes no like it.
They promoted that man.
Yeah, you. That's like your boy. That's like your. If you get cheated on.
Yeah, you get cheated. Who idea was that? Oh, that's for a promotion. But they give David Culley. Come on, man. David Culley didn't have nobody at all. He made 4 games. That's all he can give to you, and y'all got rid of him.
That's it. And
Bill O'Brien still had time to live to see another day.
Yeah. Like, man, bro, I'm like, and then on top of that, Bill O'Brien getting looked at for a job for, is it Jacksonville? Or I can't know what it is. But they looking at bringing Bill O'Brien back. I can't remember what team it is. They're looking at him for coaching.
He's in Alabama. He's in Alabama right now. So you know what Alabama did last weekend. They almost could have won.
Almost.
Remember those racist comments a few months ago? That he was.
Yeah, he did have some
an event. Yeah, but they swept that under the rug, you know.
Yeah, didn't they?
Everybody.
Man.
I digress.
Yeah, man. But congratulations, Mike. Your team was in wild card weekend. But
hey, man, like I said, we'll see how this goes. You know, right now it's sad. Oh, I'm happy. Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah.
We need 2 different takes. Mike happy, sad Mike, happy Mike. Sad Mike, happy Mike.
Yeah, but the NFL got to do better with this head coach, these black head coaches, because it's so biased. There's so much information going. We could talk about this for days, but just do your research, man. It's the NFL has its moments every year with this, and I don't see it changing at all because it's a reflection of society. I mean, they feel like black men are not able to lead other black men. That's how I feel like the NFL is doing. So that's just my opinion, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people agree with that. But hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, man. It is what it is, man. So moving on to more news, like I mentioned earlier, we all have our moments as being a big kid, and like we all a kid at hearts. You know, this is what we do. We like cartoons, like our superhero movies and all that and more. Some of us like Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh! And all the little animes and everything, Dragon Ball Z and everything else. This particular police officer, LAPD police officer, hey, man, sometimes you get bored when you just sitting in the car. You want something to do to keep your mind off of things. You want to do things to keep your mind just have fun. You want to play with a little pocket monsters. That sounds weird saying out loud, but that's the abbreviation of Pokemon, pocket monsters. So, LAPD officer avoided a robbery in progress to capture a Snorlax in Pokemon Go.
They still play Pokemon Go.
Hey,
I've never got into Pokemon like that.
Hey, man, hey, man, that's my thing, like just saying, we all have our animes. Some, Dragon Ball Z. Somebody do Naruto. It's not, hey, man, we love our animes around here. But hey, I'm just saying, you avoided a robbery because you wanted to catch. Like, how did that sound? How do you say that with confidence, with your chest? That I missed the robbery. What were you doing? I was playing Pokemon Go.
Maybe that's a place that got robbed a bunch of times. But he's like, another one. I don't feel like dealing with this. I'm ready. Who knows what they was thinking about?
Hey, man. Oh, I mean,
no, they were still playing it. I remember I was at work, right? And I didn't, you remember, okay, so the craze then went down because this is my first time hearing about it in a long time. But I remember they had reports that people was getting into accidents because of Pokemon Go. People was walking in other people's property for Pokemon Go. You know, they got a lot of trespassing, violators over Pokemon Go.
Hey, man.
It's surprising to me that they still playing Pokemon Go.
I'm still surprised. Hey, man, I guess you get bored on shift, man. You want something else to do. You just trying to keep yourself up or awake or whatever. You need something. It's just funny to me. It's just like why? Like, sir?
Yeah,
not that boy.
But what's up with Pokemon? Because Logan Paul lost 3.5 million in fraudulent cards of Pokemon. Is the biggest fraud of the entire history of Pokemon. What's up with that?
What it was, Okay, so I think you said it was fake Pokemon cards, and it was something that what it was like back in middle school. That's how long this been going on. You know how long it's been? I was in middle school. No, it was elementary when this stuff came out. So, anyways, so if you hold your card up to the light and you can see through it, they say that's fake. If you can't see through it, it's real. But I'm like, it's a card. If you put your card all the way close up to touch the light, you're gonna see through it. But I mean, hey, that's I don't know. I don't collect them things no more. I'll play the game, my little girl though. That's fun. I'll do that. But yeah, gotta catch them all. And he didn't catch not one damn robber. You have to sit and play the damn Pokemon. You overrun. Anyways, as I digress. All right, y'all. So if you're not playing your Pokemon or whatever, don't worry about that. That cop gonna get dealt with. I want y'all to go ahead and keep staying locked into Just Acting Up Show. We're about to get into the Critics Corner where we talk about entertainment news. We're gonna talk about Kanye. We're gonna talk about Drake. We're gonna talk about a lot of stuff, movies and more. Just Acting Up Show. All right, y'all. We're about to go ahead and talk about some movie and entertainment news, the music industry, all that. But if you want to go into a more detailed conversation, where you want to go to, Joffin's VIP room. Go ahead, man. Just go slide on over. We're gonna have some conversations. Where I just introduced my two new hosts. They've been on there every now and then. Got my boy David, got my girl Ashley on it. We had a great show, had a great discussion, and we was also talking about some new TV shows that just hit. We have Grand Crew that we spoke about. We have Abbott Elementary and The Wonder Years, and we talked about the new Fresh Prince of Bel-Air trailer as well. And we have a segment that we call Rewinded, where we talk about things that happened that we're like, that sounds kind of funny. You have to go ahead and rewind that back. Let's talk about that. The topic that we had was Drake and that hot sauce. Put some hot sauce on my burrito, baby. But no, but Drake had a different take.
Look, I know I don't want to sound too churchy, but shouldn't have been doing something in the first place to have to put hot sauce in there. That's
okay,
all I'm saying.
Okay, somebody update me about the Drake and hot sauce because I didn't.
So pretty much, you ever seen the episode? You ever watched The Game? Remember the TV series The Game when it was out back in the day?
Yes, I have, but not the hot sauce episode.
No, well they had this character on there named, I think it was Eggs. Was the name?
I think so.
She got with the character Derwin, and she slept with Derwin, and Derwin threw away the condom or whatever. But then she tried to go get the condom and inject herself so she can get pregnant by the athlete. So that was the same scenario with Drake, except he one-upped her and put some hot sauce in the condom. So, and she ended up having to go to the hospital because it was, you know.
Wait, this recently happened?
Yes.
Yeah.
So wait a minute. Drake grabbed the hold on. Okay. So Drake had sex with a woman, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
IG model.
An IG model. Okay. Do they got her name? They know who she is, or they not?
I think they have her name.
Oh, they have a name?
They have a name.
I'm not sure of her name though. Give me a second, I can look it up. But go ahead.
Okay, so he went because she tried to get pregnant. Basically, Inker base, put the turkey base.
Mm-hmm.
But Drake went to go put a hot sauce in the condom.
Mm-hmm.
And put the condom back.
He threw it away.
Okay, well, I'm just saying he put it back in the trash can because he had to get it out of the trash can, then put hot sauce in it and put it back in the trash can.
Mm-hmm.
Then she goes behind him and grab the turkey base and eject herself and
I don't know how she was trying to inject herself, but whatever she did, it was a burning sensation and it didn't work out for her.
Yeah.
And they didn't name her. Just an ugly Instagram model. But yeah, like I said, if Drake wouldn't have been doing something that he shouldn't have been doing in the first place, Holy Spirit stay in the word. But sinning, all that sinning. Now let me stop. But I feel like Drake learned his lesson from that. He got that kid that he didn't know about. What was it that I felt like he learned his lesson. I felt like that's what happened with that
Mhm.
with his current child's mother. Like, nah, y'all ain't gonna catch me again. Let me put some hot sauce, kill all the sperm up in here.
And yeah, that's basically what happened. I mean, it's for number one, you gotta ask yourself, how dirty is she to go behind him and go through the trash can?
Trying to get
Hey
that
man,
paper.
they still do that. I remember hearing stories like these rappers back in the day, and athletes too. They say yeah, they do that. They'll go have a turkey baster. They have a turkey baster on them, and as soon as they're done the dirty deed, they gonna go and grab them, inject themselves. But it's crazy. That's insane.
Which is why I guess that's why we carrying them big old purses around. I guess I don't know. How you gonna? I mean, I just don't. I don't know, ladies, what y'all do. Stop trying to do wrong. But then on top of that, she's trying to sue Drake because of the hot sauce incident. Ma'am, you about to get multiple L's. Depending on who the judge is. Hopefully that judge is not stupid, because I'm just saying, all the just acting up segments we had where people getting over on somebody, like the one that we was talking about with the Pop-Tart incident. The lady sued somebody because the Pop-Tart filling was too hot or something. I don't know. Or the coffee was too hot at McDonald's or something. I don't know. We've been hearing some stupid stuff. So
Look, even Taco Bell jumped in on the conversation. They were like, "See, get them extra packets from us." Taco Bell said, "Get them extra hot sauce packets from us. Extra hot sauce packets."
yeah,
That's
man,
crazy.
man, you about to get multiple L's on this one, lady. So depending on who the judge is, and if she win, then I'm like, hey man, look, this would be stupid as hell. But if I was Drake, I'll capitalize on this moment. If you don't countersue Drake, that's all right. I understand. But what you could do is invest in your very own hot sauce.
Ah,
See, but you know what? You know what sucks about this? You can't even have a booty call or none of that no more. And when you hit a certain status and you make a certain amount, it's over. You can't even do that no more. It's like you have to have a lawyer present, a notary present, a security guard present. You gotta have all these people present in order to get some.
Ain't that something, man? See, this is another reason why I say, where's my wife at? Because like, what?
Might as
Go
well,
work,
dog.
go home.
You might as well, bro, because that's just too much, man.
go to work, go home. Bernie Mac said it himself. After I'm done with my job, I hang out for a little bit, then I go home. I go to my wife. I'm going back to Chicago. And I'm just I'm not dealing with this mess, man. So just saying, that's probably what y'all I will take note of it. So yeah, yeah, man. We'll see what happens next with this. So moving on to more celebrity news, Kanye West this article right here says that Kanye is now a suspect on an alleged criminal battery that occurred around 3 a.m. Thursday morning. So yeah, Kanye West is in the news. He just been in the news like just been like, damn, Kanye said that. Like, we hearing about you getting a house across the street from Kim and Pete Davidson, and then you coming out with this other music and everything. I didn't hear the music. I hear the song yet. So
I ain't put the pause on somebody. Wow.
you know, he just dropped an interview with Jason Lee from Hollywood Unlocked about just about him, how people criticize him about moving across from his kids, and he had said something to say about Pete Davidson and all that. So whoever followed that story, y'all can check that out. But I heard it was a good interview.
mm-hmm. Yeah, so I don't know. Kanye might need to. Well, we already know Kanye has his moments, but
Yeah.
It's so that's Kanye.
It's Kanye.
Yeah,
I think Kanye gets like a pass to be like, man, that's Kanye.
That's Kanye.
But I would give him the benefit of the doubt that whoever the guy was, he probably deserved it. Cause I mean, I would give him, unless the story came out. But I'm just saying, like, outside looking in with Kanye is like, he probably deserved it. Because Kanye around a bunch of people, and this is like the first time in a long time this man and actually put hands on somebody. Man, probably deserve it. I'm telling you.
That is true. I remember that last incident.
Be some overbearing fans and paparazzis out here. Once again, when you reach a certain status, somebody is going to overstep their bounds.
Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, I remember that one of that last incidents he had when he was with Kim, and I laughed wholeheartedly at that one. Kanye was just walking, and the cameraman was following him, and Kanye actually got in the camera, and he did like this. He said, "I told you, if you keep on following me, I will lay hands on you." And his face expression went from happy to, and then it cut to him attacking the cameraman, and you see Kanye just hooking him, like punching him and whatever, assaulting the cameraman. I laughed at that because he told the man ahead of time, leave me alone. So,
it's one of those, like when you become a public figure, you know, privacy is you know, to maintain your privacy, you know, you got to work at that. That's a job in itself.
Yeah,
you know, because they can't, especially when you're out in California, them cameras just they're all over you. It's worse overseas. It's worse overseas. But if you're a public figure, they snap all day. Hey, what you going? What you got going? Where you going? Where you at? You know.
I use the restroom, please.
I remember seeing a video. You can look it up. Kobe Bryant was having breakfast with his family. It was at some restaurant, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, that's Kobe Bryant. So it had to be like at a Denny's or IHOP or something like that. But it was in LA, of course. And he's over there. He has his daughters or whatever, and his wife is sitting across them. And it was some guy, whoever was videotaping them across, like the table was right there, like right across. Man. I mean, Kobe Bryant had this look on his face, like he was the mamba for real. Like he is the mamba for real. R.I.P. Because he had that cold killer look on his face, and he ain't even like budge or move. It's like he saw the camera. He saw this man with the camera, and he was like looking at him. And the look was so cold blooded that the guy just all you saw was the camera go like this.
But that's the thing about that's the thing with being a public figure, man. Like the public, man, and the media, they so want to be. That's why you see a lot of celebrities move to Houston or Texas in general, just because they can move around with a little bit more discretion. Like when you want to be seen, you be seen. When you don't want to be seen, we big enough and spaced out enough to where they can, you know. Sometimes you don't find out somebody in the city until after they done left the city already. Wait, they was in town this weekend? Yeah, I mean, so
straight up, true.
Yeah,
you're right about that.
Over there in LA, in California, that paparazzi is something serious.
Miami, New York, Atlanta.
And then even look like I say, this burst overseas. Like look how it was when remember when Princess Diana got killed or died in that crash. The paparazzi was just so. They come on at you like a mob, big old mob. Right.
Well, you know, there's a conspiracy with that. So
I always want to be first, man.
There's a conspiracy with Princess Diana, but moving on.
Oh man. So another news, ladies, you might have a chance. Fellas, you might have a chance. Lisa Bonet and Jason Momoa. What am I getting? Get my violin out. So I know right when this news broke out, when they broke up, I see a lot of ladies on my timeline saying, so there's a chance. Let these people heal. Leave them alone. I always did have a thing for Lisa Bonet. All right, I have my moment. I'm good. Yeah.
But
you know what? Off reference, because it's a picture that's going around that I did not realize since we speaking about Lisa Bonet. You know, it's a different world from where she came from, and you'll catch that later. But you know, we talk a lot about Spider-Man on here, and there was a meme going around, and it was like I forgot that the lady that played Aunt May was the white girl from that season 1 of A Different World.
Yeah,
I was like, mind blown. That made her that much cooler. I'm like, now I'm even more mad that they killed her.
Oh yes, Marissa Tomei, the fine ass Aunt May. She forever can get it. Yes.
I forgot all about that.
I did.
Yeah, Lisa Bonet.
No.
But her daughter, Lord have mercy.
Oh yes. Yes, who will be playing Catwoman in the new Batman movie coming out later this year. Zoe Kravitz.
Zoe Kravitz. That's
Zoe. Lord have mercy. Yeah, she got mixed. But boy, I tell you.
If the multiverse was real, that'd be my wife. That's my wife.
I couldn't get your mama, but I can get you.
Yeah, that's right.
It's still a chance. Oh man, so yeah, man, that's going on. And also Denzel Washington, there's word that him and Antoine Fuqua are working on another installment of the Equalizer 3. So the Tragedy of Macbeth, they had a discussion after that movie, and they was they had an interview with Denzel, and they said they're working on it, doing Equalizer 3 with Antoine Fuqua. So I like the Equalizer. I mean, I heard nothing but good things from everybody that said it. So, yeah.
I'm very shocked that because Denzel really doesn't do sequels, and so he did Equalizer 2 because he wanted to add some, the black mentor to the young black guy. He wanted to add that part to that movie. That's the only reason he came back for that. So for him to not do sequels and now to go to say he'll go ahead and do a third one, I'm like, oh, okay. Very surprised.
Very, very.
How many missed phone calls Marvel? Now, how many missed phone calls that Denzel probably dodged in Marvel? Because I'm pretty sure Marvel didn't hit him up. Think about it.
I'm not sure because I know in one interview he had, I can't remember if it was Jimmy Fallon or who it was, but they said, you ever thought about getting to Marvel? And Denzel said they never called me. So
really?
Yeah, he said, I remember seeing that interview, he said they never called me.
You gotta find the right character to fit. Maybe when they do the reiteration of Luke Cage, he could probably fit in that universe somewhere.
Probably could.
I see it's a lot more characters. It's opening up though they're still trying to find the right fit for Keanu. So
that is true.
So it's just all about finding the right character for the right fit.
Yeah.
Right now I can't see him playing no characters that currently is on the roster. When you think so.
People were talking about if they would have made Magneto black, they would want Denzel to be Magneto. And I was like, okay, all right. But I mean, hey, there's still time.
I heard about that. That. Have him play Magneto, but no, I liked it. Michael Phillip, he killed that. So, once you so used to another person, that other person got to bring it. Even though that is Denzel, but it's like Denzel has to bring because you so used to someone playing that character. Right. It's like. It just ain't gonna work. It's kind of like I can't look at any Ted Bundy biopics or anything, because Zac Efron killed it.
Yeah,
the Netflix. Oh man, he killed that. Nobody else could play Ted Bundy, but that man killed that, bro. Like plain and simple. So if any other Ted Bundy biopics that come out, it's like Zac Efron did it better.
Yeah.
Now, there's a new show that was announced by the CW this week that they're going to be working on with David Ramsey, who played John Diggle in the Arrowverse.
Yeah.
So, they're already rumoring him to be like the Green Lantern for the Arrowverse, but this show it's interesting. It's like they're going to take, it's called the CW's Young Justice. And he's gonna take like 5 superpower young students, and I guess they're gonna go undercover at a prestigious university. It's gonna be kind of like a 21 Jump Street type of thing.
Okay.
So I'm not sure how they're gonna go on that, but I guess it gives them a chance to grow, develop other characters. So we'll see where they go with that.
I dig that, and I like David Ramsey. First time I saw David Ramsey. I don't know. I'm gonna go way back, like back in that time.
That lawyer show. That's what you were to say.
I think it was a lawyer show, but it was also another one called Good News. I don't know if y'all ever remember that on UPN. He was a preacher.
Oh, okay.
That was my first time. I was like, when I saw him on Arrow, I was like, man, why does this dude look familiar?
Yeah, he was a preacher. I remember that.
On UPN. Well, I said, wait a minute. is that preacher? Wait a minute. So yeah, man. So that's like I said, that's way back in the time, y'all.
Day.
But Good News was a good show. I wish they would have kept that one going because that was a very good show.
Yeah, Good News was like, amen.
Yeah, it was. And then I remember the people from the church. Every time they would do choir practice, what's the name? The lady would come out there and say, "Y'all better come get this food. We got dark meat. We got smothered chicken, and everything." And everybody from the choir would just leave and just run. And somebody always had a side comment and saying, "You better leave some of that dark meat." And then it was just too hilarious for me. But that's me going back in time, nostalgia. But yeah, man. But I'm gonna check that out, Chris. It sounds.
He's really making his mark on the Arrowverse because he also people don't know, but he directs a lot of the different episodes for all the shows. I think he's up the upcoming episode of what show is that? I want to say is it Batwoman? I want to say but he directs out he directs a lot of the shows that they'll let him come in and do a few episodes as director or something like.
Yeah.
I'm interested. It's good to hear that he's getting his own standalone. So
good. Love seeing that. And the one speaking of CW and Bat, the DCEU verse, the Batgirl photo has came out showing her in her costume. The people are weighing in. People saying you love it, do you hate it? I want to see what they do with it. So I can't think of her name right now, but shout out to the young lady who is playing Batgirl as well, and see what they do with it. And more in the DC universe, Peacemaker has just dropped. So I have not watched all of it yet. I know if you can watch the first 3 episodes right now, that's out on HBO Max. And I only saw a good 15 minutes of the first episode. I got to finish it, but I love what I'm seeing so far. Okay. It's funny. Yeah. I love what I'm seeing so far. And DC needed that. So yeah. So I hope they continue to trend in the right direction. But yeah, John Cena, Peacemaker, that's a perfect character with John Cena. He's playing off it so well. So yeah. That intro music for that show had me laughing. The guy who played as Liquid Man in Terminator, the intro, they had him dancing and he had a serious face the whole way through. If you watch it, you see it, you be like, okay, something about this just works. So yeah, so yeah, Peacemaker out right now. I checked out this film. I still got to finish watching it, but I already know what happens and everything because some people just like to spoil stuff for me. But Don't Look Up is still out on Netflix, and critics have been coming in and bashing this film, and they're pointing out some important things in the film. Actually, you really pay attention to it. But I'm enjoying it. So I know Mike. I know you said you watched it. Chris, you said you watched it. So tell us a little bit about it.
I thought it was good, man. It's a good. It's kind of like if you take the pandemic situation and put it here, like the administration had the information to do what they needed to do to stop the media in the movie from coming, but they was trying to play those political ties, and and then they didn't want to do nothing until it benefited them, and then when the news did come out, now you got propaganda. Now you got people that's like, oh, are they telling the truth? Or are they not telling the truth? You argue about that for 10,000 years. Now it's here, and now it's like there's nothing you can do, but it's like now we just got to deal with it. And in the movie, dealing with it meant the end for everybody.
Yeah, pretty much the end for everybody. And yeah, and that's what I took. I'm like, man, this can really happen. This can really happen. They had I don't mean to spoil it for you, James, but
because I saw it up to the point where what happened. I mean, y'all go ahead because like I'm almost finished with it. And okay, I got mad when Homeboy was on his way to take care of.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, that's what I was just finished. That's what thank you for going to that, because that's where I was just about to head to it. He was on his way. Everything was working fine until the cell phone guy, which I think is a playoff for Elon Musk. And hey man, hey, tell him to come back down. Why? Because man, if you just imagine if it was to hit Earth, but we could split it apart and we can get the minerals from it. Man, this country, that's $1 trillion right there. That's $1 trillion. Man, they choose wealth over health. So we are doing. They choose capitalism over our own life. So yeah.
I don't know if y'all caught that end credit at the end. The 2 end credits.
Yeah, I did. Well, I only caught one.
The one where they landed on a new planet.
Yeah, the one where they landed on the new planet. But then it was another one after that.
There was one more, and so somebody did survive on Earth. One
yeah,
person.
Yeah.
Jonah Hill survived.
Jonah Hill. Oh, okay, I got to see that.
Yeah. So he's like the last person.
Oh man, that's what I'm saying. It's just so damn sad, man. Y'all, you're gonna choose, like Mike said, you're gonna choose wealth over health. This thing can kill every last one of us, but you won't. Like when homeboy hit that U-turn, I'm looking at like, hey man, where you going, bro?
Yeah.
You did not understand the assignment.
That can really happen. And shout out to Ron Perlman. I think Ron Perlman is the hands down Hellboy of this generation.
Mm-hmm.
They need to bring him back too, because the guy that did Stranger Things, he did an okay job, but he ain't no Ron Perlman.
Yeah, we love Ron Perlman, man. Man, so I'm just thinking about it. Like, I'm gonna hit that U-turn. Like, man, what the? You take your man? What?
Wait.
God.
How y'all don't politicize this? This is either saving the Earth or dying.
Yeah, exactly. I honestly, I left watching that movie. I was like, I'm terrified for the human race because I swear that can happen. I promise you that can happen.
But we can get $1 trillion. Man, if y'all don't get up in there and make some more money, shut the.
Man, forget your money. Take out this media.
I want to live.
Man, like I probably would have been just like Leo and them at the end. Like, well, it is what it is. Let's just enjoy these last few moments.
Pretty much.
You know.
Boy, everybody gonna go crazy, especially around here in Houston, Texas. Oh boy, it's lit. Boy, we but I'm staying in my house.
Yeah, I'm staying at home.
Don't
need to add any more sins than I already have. So I'm staying at the house.
Just sit there with your glass of wine or whatever, your beverage or whatever. You and your family just, well, it was nice knowing y'all, man. You know, we had some great times, didn't we? Yeah. God dog. Well,
bad boy, come down. Boom, boom.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest coming into our spotlight interview. Courtney Washington will be joining us. She's going to talk about a little bit about O'Shea, her acting career, and some other news that she can drop on it. She was on a certain show, but we'll say that for her when she gets into the Just Acting Up show. Y'all stay locked in. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got a special guest here in the spotlight interview. We've been wanting to have her on for a good minute. So we are honored to have you. Thank you for blessing us with just with your grace and everything elegant. Every time I see this here woman, this queen, she just, man. So Courtney Washington, thank you.
Thank you for having me. Thank you. My first official interview as an actress. So I'm excited. Hey. I'm gonna remember this forever.
Hey.
That makes sense.
So y'all know when I start doing my my talk show interviews and all the good stuff, they're gonna ask, who's hey, Just Acting Up. I'm shouting y'all out. My first real interview as an actress.
Man, I knew you was a real one. I already knew.
100.
I already knew.
100. How they say 100? I'm 100.
Oh my God, yes indeed. So, Courtney, go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got started with acting, and tell us about Courtney. Who is Courtney Washington?
I would have to say I got started with acting very, very early. I got bit by that acting bug when I was in high school. And I did it for a while in high school, but of course, life got a hold of me. I had my son very early. I had him when I was 15, not ashamed to say it. I had my son when I was 15. So I went through my high school years being a parent. And, when you get out of high school, the first thing you want, especially with having a kid, your focus should be, not everybody, but your focus should be taking care of your kids. So I opted not to go to college for theater like I wanted to, because I had my mindset on going to Spelman. And so I just started becoming a mother and a responsible parent. And then in church, that's when I was able to do a lot of my acting. Now we did stage plays at church and, little programs we would put on. I was always doing some kind of welcome announcement, singing something. I was always doing something. And of course, it didn't really, really get started until my kids were grown. Now my kids are now 29 and 23. I have 2 beautiful granddaughters. So once they got older and self-sufficient, it was time for me. So I went back to school for communications and graduated and started doing acting classes. And once that happened, it just kept rolling. So consistently for the last 4 years, I've been working hard at becoming Courtney Washington, the actress, or Coco Washington, the actress. That's me.
So tell us more about other roles you've played in the past, right? Do you have a favorite role that you've played?
I would have to say my favorite role so far has been Frida Means from O'Shea. Now, we haven't really got into her, and you guys haven't really seen it because we're still in the pre-production stage of it. But Frida is a badass. Like she totally different from me in the person, like the real Courtney. She's totally different. Like she's a fighter, she's a killer. She about that life.
Yeah.
And she's actually she's so deep and there's so many layers to her. I cannot wait for O'Shea to really come out and unfold her, because y'all gonna see a lot with Frida. She need to be a spinoff. She need her own show. I'm just putting it out there. Is Eric listening? I'm just putting it out there. She need her own show.
Eric does watch it. I'm like, Eric.
You heard it. You heard it here first.
Frida Means needs her own show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm ready for that.
Got you. When you're not acting, what do you do for work? I heard you're a flight attendant. So how?
Yeah, I'm a flight attendant. I've been flying now for 11 years. The first part of my career as a flight attendant, I worked for ExpressJet, which is a third-party carrier for United, and so that's what I did. I did United Express, and for the last 6 years, I've been flying for Southwest. So that's how Mama pay the bills right now, because we all know that when you starting off acting, you ain't really getting those big checks. Right. So that's how I pay my bills right now, flight attendant.
You know what's the cool part about flight attendants, that they can have that family pass?
I'm telling you.
Look at you. Are you putting your bid in?
No, because I used to work with this guy, right? He the one that first told me that. He said, man, I'm gonna go to New Orleans this weekend. I'm like, oh, okay. He said, I might catch a flight. I'm like, man, Louisiana is 5 hours from here. He was like, man, I catch a flight for free anywhere I go. And one time we was talking about going to San Antonio. He was like, I might catch a flight. I'm like, oh, now you really just showing out right now.
Man, it's nothing. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you though. Like, it is good to have, because it has helped me out a lot. But when you work a flight, if you're a flight attendant and you on the plane all day long, every day, the last thing you want to do is go get on a flight on your off time. And it's because you fly standby. So that means that you waiting to see if you're going to get on. You know what I'm saying? So you standing there and you waiting to see if you're going to get on. And then what happens is, if it's a full flight, you might get stuck between 2 people. You sitting way in the back. It's not all that glamorous. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. Now I'm going to tell you where it helped me out. When I need to go get them quick auditions and they're a little far away, don't worry about where I live. I'm on my way. You need me there, I'm coming. Don't worry about. No, I don't need you to pay my airfare. I'm on the way. Because right now, starting out, you might not get them to say, "Oh, I'm gonna fly you here." I'm gonna fly. Hey, I'm on a plane. I went to Miami one time. They didn't know that I didn't live in Miami, but I wanted to go to this audition really bad. I didn't get the role, but I still, it's about connecting and getting your face out there so people know you. And I went to the audition. They told me the night before that, we selected you to come for the audition, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, I'm coming. I got on that plane, went to Miami, rented a car. I did all this stuff, got to the audition. They said, we so glad you came, and blah, 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 blah. I said, yeah, I came from here. They said, Houston? I said, yeah, you don't live there? I was like, no. I say, so maybe they might have shot me in the foot because I didn't live there. But it helps. You know what I'm saying? The benefits definitely helps.
Yeah, get that experience and everything.
My first flight was actually a Spirit. I won't do that again.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm like 6 even. Oh, 5.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Spirit is like the closest thing to soul plane to me.
It really is. I almost pulled the hamstring sitting in those little tight seats. So,
but you know, Spirit serve its purpose because you know they got some of the cheapest flights ever. You need to get that real quick, real cheap. You might be uncomfortable and you might pay for everything else, but you're gonna get a cheap seat. Right? Don't you ask for a soda? Don't ask, you might not. You shouldn't even ask to go to the restroom because the minute they're gonna start charging you to go use the restroom. So,
oh my God, what?
Hey, I'm just saying they charge you for everything.
Oh my God, they're trying to get every little expense out of you. Oh my God,
everything. Even if you choose, I think you buy this. If you buy the seat for like $50, you know, you buy the ticket for $50. When you go in to choose your seat, they charge you another fee to choose your seat.
Yeah, that's what my brother-in-law told me. They nickel and dime you. They nickel and dime you. Yeah, they really do. So
my gosh, man.
Shout out to
Spirit. Sorry, Spirit. They want Southwest. I'm sorry.
Oh man. So speaking of nickels and dimes and knowing the price is right. Somebody was on there. Tell us about it. Tell us who was on The Price is Right.
I was on Price is Right about let's see, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. I can't even really remember when, but it was for one of my birthdays. And me and my girlfriends, we took a trip to LA. It was me and another girl birthday. We took a trip to LA and it was like, we want to go get on The Price is Right. And I was like, okay, cool, we can go to The Price is Right. I didn't know that I was gonna actually get called down, but what they do is a whole process. It's weird because when you look at it on TV, it looks like a big studio. Like it's like massive, but it's not, it's really small. And they just make it look like that. But you go through a whole interview process. So I was like, y'all, when they interview us, you gotta be real upbeat, real quirky, and you know what I'm saying, you gotta really be in their face. So I did all that. I was like, oh, my name is Courtney Washington, just like Punky Brewster, just real spunky, right?
Right.
And my friend said, I saw them like put name down or something. I said, I ain't see. But she said, they gonna call you down, they gonna call you down. So we sitting in the audience, you're the Courtney Washington, you're the next. And it's like, you don't think that you're gonna do it, but just like you see them people running people over, knocking them down and trying to get through the aisle, that was me. I was like, what? I'm running, knocking people down, trying to get down there. So I got down there and so they asking for the bid. I got the bid twice. Mm-hmm. So, you know, watching Price is Right. You see people either gonna say $2,500, $1. So that's what I did. I get called up. I just wanted to spin the wheel one time. I didn't even get to spin the wheel, man. I just wanted to spin it one time. But it did give me a prize, $300 just for being on. It came after the show was aired or whatever, but it was an experience. I enjoyed it. That was one of my better birthdays. I had a funky good time. It was nice though. That was the first time I actually saw how they put a show together, because I had never seen behind the scenes how they flipped the staging, the people over here with the cars saying applaud. You know, that was the first time I had ever seen how you actually put a show together, the technical side of it. So it was real cool.
Nice. So tell me, like, what have you learned from like some of the directors that you worked with throughout your career? Like, have you picked up anything?
Well, I've not been directed by her, but I've been coached by her, and her name is Charnel Brown. You know, Kimberly Reese from Different World.
Yeah.
And the one thing she told me was acting is 90% business and 10% acting. You have to know how to do it all, write, act, direct, produce, because you're not going to always get the role. So in my career so far, I've just been acting, but I've started doing a little casting. I've started, I've actually done some of the sound. I've done, you know, so I actually have written my own script and it's ready. It's like a full 70-page script. I actually had a co-writer with me on it. I created the story and I had a co-writer. But initially I wanted it to be a play, but it's so deep and so many entities to it that I don't want to do it as a play anymore. So I'm going back and forth on how I want to present it, but I don't want to just put it out there and nobody knows who I am. So I'm trying to build on myself, work in my craft, know exactly what I'm doing. So when I put it out there, it's a banger. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm working on. So she gave me that tidbit of information. And then Annie Johnson with AWJ Productions, she gave me my first stage play to do. And one of the things that I left learning from her was your name is all you have. Yeah. And, you have to stand on what you believe in and how you carry yourself and keep your word. So that's another little tidbit of information that stuck with me, that has resonated in me whenever I'm doing something or whenever somebody asks me to do something. I'm either going to do it and do it 100% or I'm not going to do it at all. Mm-hmm. Just because I don't want people to be like, yeah, I don't know, Courtney, you can't work with her because she don't do it. I don't want that. I want when you hear my name, I want people to say, oh, you need to work with her because she about a business, she on time, she give 100%. So that's why I am with, the business side of acting.
Yeah, love it. So let's see. So you working on pretty much becoming that lady of having multiple hats as well.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm trying. Oh, and I'm also my sister is also an actress too.
That's right.
And so many people say we look alike. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh, okay, we need to recreate the modern day sister. We both got blonde, short hair like this, and we kind of look alike. So I've been like really kind of throwing it out there to different. I tag directors, casting directors, I tag them in there. But I've already written. She and I have already written 3 episodes. So we're gonna get ready to launch a YouTube series. My sister's keeper.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. That's so right. We trying. We're gonna get out there. We're gonna step out there on faith and we're gonna do something. I'll say in the next year or 2, you're gonna see us on the TV screen. That's gonna be our sitcom. My sister
existence. We're gonna claim that for you.
Yeah. Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
Tell us how you connected with Tyler Perry. We ain't gonna let you just get over there. We need the whole thing.
So, they tell you to become. First of all, I have a great manager. Her name is Linda Freeman under New Leads Productions, and she's always going behind the scenes, making sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. And she's like, I need you to sign up with Actors Access. I need you to sign up with All Casting. I need you to sign up with Backstage. So I'm signing up with all these things. Mm-hmm. But what's funny is that those castings always have Tyler Perry stuff on there, but none of them have ever called me for Tyler Perry stuff. Mm-hmm. It was a free little ad that I saw on a casting site somewhere that was saying that they were needing extras for this one particular scene. And I went, and what's crazy is that they ended up not doing that scene. And so they were going to send us home. They were still going to pay us. They was going to send us home. They was like, no, we need a cop. I can't really tell y'all everything, but it's like, we need.
It's cool. Tell us what you can tell us.
We need. So I'm a talker. I like to talk to people. I like to, cozy up to people, let you know I'm there. You know what I'm saying? So the wardrobe, the guy that was with the wardrobe, he said, come on, I'm gonna make you this character. I'll make you the company. They need you. So they sent everybody else home. So I went for one role and I ended up getting a better, different role.
That's good.
So that's how I ended up on the show. I'm gonna be on the Oval. The Oval, and I've done the Oval, and I did the team of the spinoff of the Sisters, the spinoff. Sisters. The team, and both of them are season 4, so they haven't aired yet or anything like that. Yeah. But I didn't get a chance to meet him, but he definitely directed my scene. He did tell me what to do, but like personally introduced and had a conversation with, no, when he was on set, he was strictly business, and it was, I need you to do XYZ, you do it. And you know, as an actress, you have to be professional. I don't care how starstruck you are. You have to let them people know you here to work and you've done this before. So that's exactly what I did. I didn't, you know, rush him and, you know, try to get all in his face or whatever. But I did look him in his eyes. I'm like, you see me, don't you?
Yeah.
Remember this face.
Like,
right.
like,
You know, you see, and every time that the 2 times that I was in his presence, I did make sure that I made eye contact. Yes, I'm looking, Tyler, hi, I'm looking at you. So that's where I was with that. I didn't get a chance to, you know, actually meet him, but I was definitely in his presence, and he did direct the scenes that I was in.
Good. That's beautiful.
That's awesome. That's a great story.
Yeah, and let me tell y'all something. I was so nervous driving. I don't know if y'all have ever been there or seen it, but the studio is humongous.
No, I never seen it but on the internet, but man, yeah,
it's stupid. Anything you think you want to see on the show, he got it on his lot. The mock of the White House, a neighborhood, a strip center, a boat. I mean, anything you need to film, he has. As a matter of fact, when I was there, they was filming part of Black Panther 2 there.
That's dope.
Yeah. So I mean, like he making money on top of money. Not only is he doing his own shows, but he got other people coming to his lot doing their shows. He don't have to ask Paramount or nobody else to do his films no more.
Yeah, that's the beautiful thing about what he has for us. And you know, I mean, we all know his story, and for him to come from where he came from and to get what he has now is just amazing. So I know you was just like at awe at being on Tyler Perry Studios on that set.
I was, and you know, they don't really want you to have your camera phone and stuff. Right. I was like, the only studio that I was able to take a picture of, I think it was the Will Smith studio, because you know he have all his studios named. So he has a Cecily Tyson, Will Smith, of course he has an Oprah Winfrey. I'm like, he have all these different studios inside that lot, and it's a beautiful, beautiful lot. When you drive up on this like this big mega screen where he have all his shows, it's just a beautiful lot. And to see the production side of, like, it's amazing to me. Like I've seen like smaller budget movies and their lighting crew and all of it, but to see that with the type of budget that they have, it is awesome. Yeah, it might not be interesting to other people, but to see it actually all come together, and it's like people moving, like it's like little ants. They everywhere. It's like they moving. It's awesome.
Yeah, I only hope that I would like for us to get a studio out here in Houston.
It would be nice. I know. I don't know if y'all know Man Robinson, but he's building him a studio in Atlanta as well.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, I don't know, how large it's gonna be, but he's building him one as well. So I think that that's the new thing for people, to build them a studio, so that they don't have to ask anybody else to produce and their movies, because it's I guess maybe cost effective. It would be better to have your own, but
I agree.
Houston should have one.
We should.
What y'all waiting on?
What we waiting on? Oh,
yeah.
We gonna get that.
Working too. Hey, trust we working.
We all working. I mean, we working. See, that's why I like Courtney. She gonna ask some questions. She gonna like, what? This is a different. She is now the interviewer.
Yeah, what y'all waiting on?
Like, what y'all doing?
I need to put my show at y'all studio.
Hey, we working on it. We just like everybody else trying to get there. And that's the thing about it. It's like Houston has so much talent, and we like right there. It's just we gotta all like put our egos aside and come together and push this thing, because we got something beautiful here. Like working with you, so
it's a lot of thank you. It's a lot of talent. You know what I like to see you? I like to see you when you doing your fighting scenes. Like when I seen you, I was like, did you really look like you fighting?
Oh man, that's the stunt trainer from Westmount Houston location. I don't think they're doing it right now anymore, but I learned a couple of things, or quite a few things.
You remember when we were out there doing the gorilla scenes?
Yeah.
And I had that was so cool to me. I had never done it. Do you know how many times I watched that? I'm like, oh, it really looked like I was fighting. I was like, ooh, I did good. I watched that over and over again. I was like, shit.
Yeah, see, James is really committed to. He was really committed to that stunt training because he kept going and going and going. Me, on the other hand, cause I'm gonna tell you something. That stunt training was just more. That was like a boot camp. That was tough. You think
it was work, wasn't it? Wasn't it work?
You think you in shape? Go on and go to that on a Sunday morning.
And we just did a little crash course. Like the people that came, that was like some quick little 1-2. And I was like, look, a little fake knife. I stabbed a man in the eye with a knife on accident. Like it was, I'm sorry. I didn't know. I was just learning.
Things happen. But that's why we and that's what you do with the stunt training. In the fight scenes, you learning and you seeing what not to do and what to do, how to hold the knife, and it's just like with acting, it's a workout, and you rehearse it.
I was so tired after that.
Yeah,
I was tired, but I had fun.
Yeah, me, my wife, and my son, we was out there. And
y'all were?
Yeah, we was out there.
Okay.
We was out there, and we went to like a birthday party after that. We were so tired. we had our heads down on the table. We was out of it, because that was my wife's first time ever, and I told her, I'm like, we're gonna be out here for a while. We're gonna be out here because there's a lot of reshoots and you got to retake, and it's like, okay, hold on, he messed up, start over, and then we're gonna be out
now
there.
This right here, filming is not for the weak. Okay,
no, it is not.
You got to be a soldier. You got to be ready, because it's nothing like people who have ADD. They can't do this because they cannot sit around in one spot and wait for filming all day. They can't. It's too antsy but you have to be committed to it in order for it to be for you. You know what I'm saying? Some people do it for a hobby. Like for me, this is like a dream come true for me. Like the fact that I've even actually put my foot in it and actually stuck to it and doing it's like, it's so exciting for me. It's like, even if I don't get the Emmy or the Oscar, whatever, the fact that I've done it and I'm happy with it, I'm learning and I keep growing. It just does something to me. I'm so passionate about it. People don't understand. Like when you really love something that you do, it's just fulfilling. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this is it for me. Like this is all I want to do. I mean, I've tried a lot of stuff. I was gonna sell insurance to make money. I sold, jewelry and clothes, and I've done taxes and none of that stuff I kept because it's not something that I love doing. Mm-hmm. This right here is it. And I plan on doing it long enough to build something for my children. Like when I get that first big paycheck, I ain't going to buy no car, no house. I'm buying some property. You hear me?
Hey,
I'm talking about.
I'm buying some property.
Yeah.
I just say when you do what you love, you never work a day in your life.
That's what they tell me. I'm on my way.
I'm gonna be like Day-Day's daddy and Craig's uncle. That's what I'm gonna be. My money, I got something. I'm changing numbers, zip codes, everything. What Michael go? I don't know.
Damn, like that?
Why not for y'all? This is some certain people. Oh, your time is coming. I ain't gonna mention no name.
But guess what? Those people, believe it or not, they gonna fall off before you even get there. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that you around is not meant to go with you where you going. And I learned that the hard way. So by the time you get to, and it could be within the next 3 months or so, you don't know what God has for you. So you can get that money or get that lifestyle you want, and them people gonna fall off because they're not gonna, first of all, they're not gonna understand how it happened for you and not them.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And then they're gonna start asking you for stuff that don't make sense. And of course, you being, smart, you be like, nah, we're not doing that. Then they're gonna get mad at you, they're gonna fall off. So you ain't got to worry about it because God gonna remove who he need to remove.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And
So
it's so funny that you say that because certain things that I see in people start to happen, and I'm just like, I look back at it, I'm like, man, I'm on a podcast. You know, I'm like, okay, that one, they know that you stepping out of your normal self, then they'll see like, oh, you changing, or they'll say things like that. Like, man, it's like, okay, we've had this podcast for a year. I did a little something for O'Shea. It's like, bro, to me, I didn't do enough, but for them, it's like, yeah, you starting to, change when they say that. Yeah.
You know, the ones that the fake supporters, the ones that's there for, they there when you get your first little something. Oh, that's good. I'm now for. But when you haven't done what they feel like you should do, they start to dwindle. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, y'all ain't really doing nothing. But why they listen? It's my career. If I'm happy with it, if I'm doing what I love, and you support me for real, just keep supporting. But the ones that ain't really for real, they gonna leave.
Oh yeah.
And it's okay.
It is.
Yeah.
Courtney dropped these gems this morning, y'all. Man.
Oh, absolutely. I have heard this a lot of times. Yes, and she's reassuring. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, and so
I'm
a couple
talking,
of things.
and I'm talking to y'all, but I'm talking to myself too, because sometimes it's hard to let go.
It is.
Sometimes it's hard to let go.
It is. No, you right. It is.
Especially when it's something that you're so passionate about, and it's like, you put a lot of work into it, and you know the work you put into it, but the other people don't know the work you put into it. And so like I was talking to James the other week. Something got kind of riled me the wrong way. Somebody said, but it's like, you know what? It ain't their dream, it's my dream.
Exactly. Exactly. And what's for you is for you.
Right.
Amen. Man, so just a couple more things, Courtney, and we're gonna get you out of here. I know you gotta get you mentally get going. So since we know that you're a flight attendant, who have you met anybody famous while being a flight attendant? Have you? Or
I've met a couple of people. I've met Kim Burrell. I've met Yolanda from The Chi.
Okay.
I've met Breely Evans. You know who that is, right? Breely Evans. I've met oh my God, I cannot remember this man's real name, but he played Brumman on Martin.
Reginald Ballard.
Him.
Reginald Ballard. Yeah, he lives in Houston. Yeah.
I've met Lamont Rucker.
Okay.
I've met Jerry Rice.
Oh.
Yeah, I even took a picture with him. My daddy was so excited. He was so excited. And I've met oh my God, Leela James.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good thing. Very good. I like Leela.
One last question for me is so tell me about one of your most challenging characters that you portrayed and what made it challenging, and how did you approach it?
Okay, this is not to be cocky before I say this, but I haven't had a role yet that challenged me.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Now I have an upcoming film that I've just been given, and the role is the neighborhood fiend.
Okay.
So I've never done that type of role before. So we're gonna see what that plays like. So that might be my most challenging role yet. Only because like when I do have a role, I try to do it 100%. And I've never I'm not gonna say I've never been around one, been around a crackhead or a dope fiend, whatever you want to call it. I'm not gonna say that I've seen them on the street, but when I do it, I want it to look so real that you think I'm one. So I don't know how this is gonna play out. So I'm doing my research. I'm gonna be studying real hard to make it look real, So we're gonna see how that. And what's crazy is that the role that I went for is a role that I've done before. It was a madam of a house.
Yeah.
Right. And I played a madam in a play. I made a female pimp, whatever you want to call it, madam, whatever. I've done that before. And I was like, I could do it, what I'm saying? And I read it. She was like, oh, you did really good. I like, you did good. But she called me, she said, I've seen you do this and blah, 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 blah. She said, let's stretch you. I was like, okay, I'm with it. You can stretch me. What you want to do? She's like, I want to put you in a role as da-da-da. I was like, okay, I'll take it. I'll do that because, I'm all about changing it up, doing something different. As a matter of fact, I need to learn how to change my voice. I've been trying. I can't keep it long enough to stay. Like, I might start off with a different accent, or then I go back to Courtney. I want to learn, and it's hard.
Yeah, it takes time.
I want to sound different every time, but I hate to hear myself talk. So
really,
I hate my voice.
I hate my voice too.
Ugh.
But y'all both have very unique voices, and that's what's so great about it. The way how you, I'm not a well, way how I do my stuff differently. But we have to get like a real true voice director, and then to help you bring that out.
That's what I heard.
But I think both of y'all be very, very damn good.
Because I want to do some of these voiceovers. I want to do children's movies. I want to do all that. But I'm like, first of all, if you ever go up north, they always tell me I'm country. But I'm like, I don't really feel like I'm country. Like, I don't hear the twang. Like, when I think about country, I think about people from like Kentucky, and that's what I think about when people say I'm country. I'm like, I'm not country. I might have a little, ebonics to my speech, or a little ghetto to my speech, but I don't hear no country.
See, that's your issue. My issue is that every time when I'm on the phone with someone, whether it's customer service, they say, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. And I'm like, nah, this is a dude. And one dude just plainly just say, Michelle. He just called me Michelle out the blue. I hung up.
Don't sound like no woman.
I said, man, you tripping. I just
You don't sound like no woman.
I was asleep too. I woke up. I said, man, I'm gonna
like, no.
But you say, well, I don't know who they playing with.
I don't know who they playing with today.
No. Man.
You don't sound like no woman though.
No.
Well, before we get you on up out of here, because I know you're pressed for time, could you tell everybody where they can follow you at?
Yes, I am on Instagram. I am classy Coco _36. On Facebook, it's just my name, Courtney Washington. I also have an actress page on Facebook, which is Coco Washington. Mm-hmm. I do have a Snapchat, but I'm not up on it, so I don't really do it. I don't really know how to, work it yet. My daughter's trying to teach me, but I don't really be paying attention, and so we'll work on that later. But as of right now, those are the IG and Facebook is where I'm mostly. So Classy Coco _36 on Instagram, and then on Facebook, it's just my name, Courtney Washington or Coco Washington.
Man, Courtney, many blessings to you and your family. I already know you're gonna go far. Like your energy and everything, like it's everything. I'm like, you have it. So keep doing it. We're gonna work together real soon again. And
yes.
And we're gonna when we do fight scenes, I got you. Don't worry. I'm gonna make sure that you look good.
Look, and my thing is that I might start fighting for real. So, in real life, I don't want it to be so real where I actually hit somebody. So they're going to have to show me how not to be real, how not to fight for real. Yeah. I'm like, listen, if I get a little angry on can you imagine being in character and you for real, man, you 100% in that, and you have to do a fight scene, somebody might get hit for real.
Oh, yes. Oh, trust me. We heard some stories.
Like, you can only oops one. You got one more time to oops and hit me in the face.
Oh man. Well,
all right, y'all. I thank y'all so much for having me. I'll never forget this. This is gonna be. I'm telling y'all gonna be hearing me on these interviews, and they'll be, who first? Just acting up. Mike James. Oh. They put me on their podcast.
Man, girl, don't make us blush now. Don't make us blush now. Shoot. All right, now you have a good one. Now be safe, and we'll see you soon.
All right, thank you. Y'all be good.
All right, now.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh, y'all, we about to do the Just Acting Up segment right now. Chris just told Mike before he hit that record button, Mike, get ready. So, not the TD Jakes, get ready, but get ready. So, Chris, go ahead and take it away, brother.
All right. Who's acting the fool this week? So this week, 2 roommates were arrested earlier this week. All right. So they got arrested for assault. Caitlin O'Donovan and Sarah Franks, age 27 and 29, respectively, arrived at a residence of Jacob Colin. And pretty much shortly after about 2:50 in the morning, they began to argue. And pretty much the women, they assaulted the guy. You know what they did? The women threw a container of glitter at him.
Oh, hell
and
no.
They were standing. While he was standing on the fence of his balcony. They struck the victim in the upper torso and the head. Apparently Franks then allegedly climbed over to the ground level of the balcony and entered his apartment. And again, they threw more containers of glitter at him. They then unlocked the front door. And then they proceeded to throw more glitter on the victim. And so Franks and O'Donovan fled the scene in the car, but not before the former kicked one of the windows out of Colin's home and broke it. And so authorities said that the duo's getaway car was later tracked to their shared apartment, which was about 2 miles away. And yeah, with the car was still warm to the touch, so they had pretty much hadn't been there that long before they were arrested, probably around 4 or something that morning. And yeah, so they were charged with criminal mischief for allegedly breaking Colin's window and burglary with assault, which is a felony. And so Franks is released, is on bail right now, but the other girl is still in jail. But yeah.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
How you just throw some glitter at somebody? Like,
yeah.
Kind of like the polka dot man from Suicide Squad.
They were inspired.
Well, yeah, I think
this sounds like somewhere in Utah.
Florida.
Mike got it. Florida. Good old Florida.
Good
old Florida.
Good old Florida.
Good old Florida.
Okay, so my next story. Parents from a middle school were concerned after some students were sent home with a form that offered them, wait for it, shapewear.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, this middle school was Southern Haven Middle School. Said the items were meant to help address the stress of trying to live up to the ideal body shape. But then they were surprised and upset at the parents being upset. I'm like, they said that there are girls who have a need for maybe bras or some other essential things that maybe for whatever reason they don't have access to. And they absolutely love the fact that the school felt that they may be able to help them. But shapewear should not have been in the conversation, is what one parent said. Parents from the school are concerned that some female students were sent home this form, and so it caused the uproar pretty much, right? And it was just, poor thought on the administration's part.
Mm-mm.
So what was the whole purpose of that? Just telling them that they need to get in shape, or?
Well, shapewear gives shapes the figure.
Shapes the figure.
That's
right.
Oh,
these are middle schoolers that you're giving this to.
Oh.
They had a line for that one.
I see.
Yeah. Like Kim Kardashian is a person that has like products for like shapewear and stuff like that.
Oh, my gosh, man.
So it's like, why are you giving this to middle schoolers?
Really? Like no.
What do y'all think that was?
Let me see. Arkansas.
Illinois.
Mississippi.
Ooh, we gotta stay in the South, don't we?
It's a ship. Everything's in the South. Now, this is my story today because I got to reference something that I know about.
Well, we know it's from Houston.
Well, no, not from Houston. But anyway, first, let me tell you the story. This is about State Representative Jeremy Faison last week. He had to issue a public apology after he was ejected from a basketball game for confronting a referee. Right, one of those overly zealous parents. Happened during the Providence Academy's home game versus some other school, whatever. But prior to the confrontation, the video shows players going for a loose ball, and the referee separated them. 2 players, one from each team, were assessed technical fouls and for unsportsmanlike conduct. Then the state representative came to the floor, and whose son plays for the visiting team, Lake Christian, and he took to the court, and apparently he became hostile. And then he said, "You can't tell me to leave the floor. This was your fault." Then the report states that Faison then grabbed one of the referee's pants in an attempt to pull him down, but it was unsuccessful. He tried to pants the referee, basically.
Oh, hell no.
And then, later when he apologized, he said, "Unfortunately, I acted a fool tonight and lost my temper on the ref. I wanted him to fight me. I totally lost my junk and got booted from the gym. I never really lost my temper, but I did tonight, and it was completely stupid of me. Emotions getting in the way of rational thoughts are never good. I hope to be able to find the ref and ask for his forgiveness. It was wrong."
Boy.
First way I think that's it.
Arizona.
New York.
Nah, Tennessee.
God damn, boy.
Tennessee.
Then it was first Florida, Mississippi. Now it's Tennessee.
This story just makes me laugh because when parents get overzealous at these basketball games. I can remember a basketball game that Mike, we was watching my little brother at a basketball game. Remember that, Mike?
I do remember.
I think he was in middle school. He was playing at the Boys and Girls Club.
Oh yeah.
And my stepdad, he didn't do nothing like that guy.
That, yeah.
My stepdad has a strong voice, and he's a basketball coach, so he'll talk about you if you're making bad calls. And he was talking about that ref, and that ref felt the way. And he stopped the game in the middle of the game, stopped and walked over to my stepdad and was like, "I'm not starting this game back up until you leave the gym, sir." Because he made the ref feel away. Like he wasn't sitting down. Like every time the ref would come by, he's like, "Man, you making them old stupid, calls, this and that and the other."
I remember that.
Mike was cracking up, boy.
I remember that. And Chris was like, "It gotta be one of my people."
Oh man.
He literally stopped the game and just walked over like, "Look, I'm not starting this game back up until you leave." He didn't. Like I said, my stepdad wasn't doing nothing. We was sitting down. He just shouted things at the ref. Ref, that's stupid. But he made the ref feel away. The ref was in his feelings.
Yeah, he was. It was, and you know what? It was that, and then it was another thing that I got from that that I remember. It was a middle schooler, James. I kid you not. This little boy was taller than me. He was taller than me. Like, he was super tall, and he was a middle schooler. I'm like, when I think about it, I'm like, where did that little boy went to? He had to go to the NBA. He had to do something. Maybe he didn't or not, but I'm like, man, that's a middle schooler. That dude was tall, bro. He was tall. But it's always a vintage time when it come down to Chris family. Chris, you remember when we was in Galveston? It was a Kappa Beach party, for if y'all don't know, Kappa.
Before my save days.
Okay. It was a guy that was on the seawall, and he had some skates.
Oh, Lord. Yeah.
He had some skates. Now, this was just out of random, because this is a Kappa Beach party, and if you ever went to the Kappa Beach party, I'm going to make this real quick. There's a lot of craziness going on, right? Mm-hmm. But it's not out of the ordinary craziness, but it's craziness nonetheless, because like I said, you got to understand this Kappa Beach party, freak nigga in Atlanta, same thing. It holds weight. Okay, same thing. Whatever. Long story short, it was this dude that just kept going up and down the seawall, and he had skates on. And I don't think he had a shirt on, or he had some pants on, but he just kept going up and down the seawall. I'm like, man, what the fuck? And he just kept going up and down, up and down. Then Chris was like, man, that's my cousin. Just out of the blue, he's like, man, that's my cousin. I'm like, God, that's your cousin? He's like, yeah, bro, that's my cousin. I'm like, how random is that, dog? Like, we're in the Kappa Beach party in Galveston. Camel weekend on a Saturday, 9 times out of 10. You got all these people here doing all this craziness, whatever, girls, cars, and everything. Then here come Chris's cousin. And I mean, he was
skating. He was like,
he was like roller bouncing there.
He was killing it, skating up and down the seawall.
He was skating up and down the seawall. I'm like, man, that's crazy.
Shout out to my hello, y'all.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. You know we all got to talk about something negative, but we also got to talk about something positive. We about to get into the balancing act. Stay locked in. All right, ladies and gentlemen, before we get into the full topic of the balancing act, I want to give flowers, roses out to another comedian that has left us early this year, Bob Saget. We know he was a comedian. He was a raw comedian, but he was a comedian, and he spoke his mind. He spoke his words. He is a part of another group of TV dads that was out there that we watched from the small screen and kind of felt like he raises us sometimes. You know, from him being the squeaky cleaning dad, always want to tell DJ and Stephanie and Michelle to clean this up, keep that up. Very, inspiring seeing a man on TV taking care of his little girls, and he have his friends that come in and he say that they're his brothers and they help raise, these 3 daughters. And Comet, can't forget about Comet, the dog. And he welcomed, what's his name, John Stamos, Uncle Jesse's wife into their home and they had kids and everything. So it was very inspiring, late 80s, early 90s, Full House. We know that and he was also was the host of America's Funniest Home Videos as well. And so got to give flowers out there to Bob Saget, his family and friends. I saw a thing about Dave Chappelle posted something, or it was an article where I read where he was saying that Bob Saget sent him a text and David couldn't get a chance to reply back because he was just so busy. Right. And it just shows that, small window that you have with your friends and family members that you cherish those who are with you and love them and, appreciate them with the time they're there with you. So, like I said, flowers to Bob Saget, one of TV dads. Rest well, you've done your job, sir. And so the topic what I really want to talk about for this balancing act is all you need is one yes. And I also wanted, before I get to that, I also wanted to acknowledge Mimi, who's going to, be a part of the Just Acting Up show later on with voiceover and et cetera, et cetera. So she has been selected to be a part of this radio station called 95.3 Jams. I want to make sure I got that right because Mimi will get me if I don't say it right. So yeah, it is 95.3 Jams. And so she's pretty much a radio personality. So we appreciate her and we're proud of her because she does a lot of stuff, not only on set acting wise, but also in the community, getting in with, the political world of Houston, Texas. So she's doing a lot of things. So I applaud her and give her a flower as well too. So I'm acknowledging you. Mimi, I'm acknowledging you, girl. Hey man, you're doing some good stuff. But like I said earlier, you only need one yes, which is what the topic of this balancing act is. Like for the Just Acting Up show, we said yes to go into that mixer. And with that, and 1 year plus later, here we all are. We've been having people come on here, talk about it, talk about the acting and everything. And I'm just amazed at, the acting. Not saying that we are the ones that give them these acting gigs, but we're just thankful and appreciative and grateful for them coming on our show and spending time with us and talking to us. And we always say, all you need is one yes. So they said yes to going for their dreams, going for their goals. All 3 of us, myself, Chris, and Mike, we said yes to going to that mixer. And after that, y'all watch history before, unfold before your eyes. So I want y'all to keep that in mind when you're going for something, when you're striving for something, when you're making those sacrifices, when you're trying to dot your I's, cross your T's, when you're trying to make sure somebody watch your kids or you watch your kids as you go for these roles or go for that business, what you're trying to get or what you keep going for, go for it, strive for it, because you never know what's going to happen. This show is living proof of it. So I'll shut up. I'll let Mike and Chris touch on that right there. So go ahead, gentlemen.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I set out, didn't know which way I was gonna go with this, but I did know that I want to act, and yeah, I just went to that mixer. I just took a chance and went, and then here we go. Man, it's been like a year, years, 2 months strong, and I didn't did a lot. I didn't did a lot that I imagined that I was doing. You know, like I guess you said, you got to step out. It's like, man, when you look at it, it's like, man, you know, I'm just glad that I'm starting to walk my path. And yeah, you know, I still got a lot of confidence that I have to build within myself. But, you know, yeah, that first yes, you know, took a chance, called in from work, and here we go. So
yeah, man, you know, that's what it's all about, taking that chance. You know, I leaving one industry and kind of shifting gears, you know. I was radio myself for 14 years. Radio, I did radio for a long time for all the stations out here. And then to just kind of leave that industry, come to this side of the industry. And like it's like you're learning all over, then creating up this platform, being able to make this platform, and seeing it grow and it become a legit, you know, something legit, like people look forward to coming to and watching and reaching out to us like, hey, when y'all gonna get me on the show, you know, like, and then just learning this side of the business is cool. The acting.
Yeah, absolutely. So.
I agree. Like I guess we just had on Courtney. Like she, you know, took care of her kids, did everything, took care of them, and then when now they're able to do what they need to do, she all in on this thing, and you just seeing it right before your eyes. She's going for it. Everybody's story is different, but you know, it's going to take you yourself to get up and go for that dream. It don't matter what age, what you got going on. As long as you keep chipping away at it and going for it, you're gonna get to where you need to be. So we dropping gems this morning, ain't we, y'all?
Bam.
Wow, man. What?
Oh.
Yes, indeed. Let's clap it in. Let's clap it in, clap it in, clap it in, man. So, man, appreciate y'all for checking us out, taking time out of your busy day to check us out. Once again, shout out to Courtney Washington. She has some auditions she got going on today, as well as we are. So y'all wish us luck and wish Courtney luck as well too. So yeah, busy day for us. We're gonna wrap it up. I'll end it right there, man. Chris, Mike, y'all got anything?
Yeah, man. Shout out to Maven Gray. He started a blog. I think he's like 3 episodes in, and he got a good following. Man, and he got a good message too. You know, a lot of the power of the tongue I got from him. He told me how powerful your tongue is, how powerful your thoughts is every morning when you wake up. You know, have positive thoughts, because that's really the start of your day. You know what I'm saying? Your start of the day doesn't start when you get in your car and you go. No, the start of your day is when you wake up and what's the first thought in your mind. So, you know, I try to live by that. And honestly, it's been working. It's been working out very well. So, you know, shout out to my boy, my best friend, my brother, Maven Gray. He's doing his thing. The 27th, he got a concert with J Walk. I make sure I get some, you know, some footage in with that. And shout out to Dogface Clothing Line. Also, my boy Chris ETN. He has another some more merch coming out. And my boy Vic from Chicken Heads, he's getting his food truck going. I keep always saying at the end of the show, I'm gonna go over there. But that's all the way in. I forgot. I know it's past Kingwood.
Yeah, next time you go, pick up one from freaking home.
Yeah, pick up one. But shout out to Vic. But he got a food truck coming, so he might be coming to place near you. And yeah, man, that's pretty much about it.
Awesome. Well, my positive quote of the day is stop waiting for Friday. What do I mean? Stop waiting for Friday. Stop waiting for summer. Stop waiting for someone to fall in love with you. Stop waiting for life. Happiness is achieved when you stop waiting for it and make the most of the moment you're in now.
I dig that. Very good quote. Very great show. We see y'all next time, man. Next week on Just Acting Up Show. Y'all be safe, be blessed, but most of all, be safe.
Still a nation. Still a nation.
All right, time to go. All right.
Still a nation. Let's go Steelers.